So my today's topic is consumption function. So the consumption function is the functional relationship between the level of income and the level of consumption. That means consumption equals to functional relationship of income, or this is also be termed as C equals to C bar plus BY. Here C bar refers to autonomous consumption. Autonomous consumption, or you can say consumption at zero level of income. That means your income is zero and you have to consume something. So at zero level of income, what you consume is called autonomous consumption. B refers to marginal propensity to consume. It will be explained in later class. And Y level is income. So consumption function means it always depends on level of income. So if the level of income increases, consumption also increases. If the increase in income is greater than increase in consumption, and income can be zero, but consumption can't be zero. So it is possible that you did not consume anything. Sorry, you did not earn anything in a certain time period. Suppose in the lockdown period recently, there were many people who could not earn even a single penny for the entire 1 month, 2 months, or maybe 3 months. But they also consumed. So that means income can be zero, but your consumption cannot be zero. So when your income is zero, in that case, you will consume out of your previous saving or someone other's saving. अब लॉकडाउन के पीरियड के समय में अगर आपके पास सेविंग नहीं थी, सपोज करो किसी के पास सेविंग नहीं थी, तो गवर्नमेंट ने उसे खिलाया, किसी और ने उसे दिया, बट द पर्सन is consuming. So consumption function depends on level of income. For example, suppose I'm explaining it with a schedule and diagram. So the consumption function, or this is also known as propensity to consume. So consumption function, propensity to consume, or Keynesian theory of psychological law of consumption, all are the same concept. So here I told you propensity to consume. That means Keynesian theory of consumption, and that means consumption function refers to functional relationship between consumption and income. So I explained to you these two formula and their expression. Now look at this schedule now. So income is 0, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. This is the income, and we take assume as consumption function took 40 plus 0.6y. Make sure you know all these things. So consumption function is 40 plus 0.6y. Now add this y, put the values of this level, and you will get your consumption. For example, if I put at this y level 0y, so 40 plus 0.6 into 0. So if 0 multiplied by 0.6, it will be 0. So 40 plus 0, that means 40. So their answer is 40. Now likewise I will put 100. So 40 plus 0.6, now 100. 100 multiplied by 0.6, 60. So 40 plus 60 equals to 100. So likewise all these values are to be solved by putting the values of y in place of this y. So this is the schedule. Now on the basis of this, here you can write level of income, and here level of consumption. consumption. See, so this is the consumption function, or you can say propensity to consume. So what the conclusion from this, and you will get the consumption. Look, the conclusion from this, I told you, most important finding, the psychological law of consumption's main important findings. The psychological law of consumption of Keynes, as I told you, that the first point. So look, that it says, as the level of income increases, consumption also increases. So what does mean? It means income increase, consumption also increase. And income rises greater proportion as compared to increase in consumption. That means if income increases greater than increase in consumption, and income can be zero, but consumption cannot be zero. So as you can say, income can be zero, but consumption cannot be zero. So, and at this is also known as break-even point condition. So break-even point condition where your income gets equal to consumption. That means your saving is zero. So if at a place where all your income is consumed is called break-even point, or you can say where your saving is zero is called break-even point. I hope you got the point about this. So move ahead. Look, now the psychological law of consumption, or you can say propensity to consume, has two main points. So wait for that. So your propensity to consume has two types. First, average propensity to consume. Listen carefully and look clearly. Propensity to consume, average propensity to consume, and second one, marginal propensity to consume. So this is the two types of your marginal propensity to consume. So average and marginal. So what the formula for average? So look, APC equals to consumption upon income, and MPC equals to change in consumption upon change in income. Or there is a formula for or also, 1 minus APS. What is APS? So APS is average propensity to save. This will be explained in my next class. And here in our formula, 1 minus MPS. MPS, marginal propensity to save. So I will explain this with the help of your example. So suppose your income is 100 and you consumed 80, consumption 80. So your APC equals to C upon Y. That means 80 upon 100, or equals to 0.8, or you can say 80% your average propensity to consume. And on the contrary, suppose income was 100 and consumption was 80. Your income increases to 200 and consumption increases to 140. So what is the MPC now? MPC formula, delta C upon delta Y. So delta C, change of C. So 80, 140, difference is 60. And delta Y, change of Y, 100 to 200, change is 100. So it is 0.6, or you can say 60%. So here your average propensity to consume is 80%, that is 0.8, and marginal propensity to consume is 60%. You can also draw a small diagram for this for the better clarification. So look at the diagram now. So now look, this is, I told you about average propensity to consume. So what I told you, so look what I have written here. The value of consumption at a particular level of income is called average propensity to consume. That means at a particular level of income, or you can say the ratio of consumption and income is called APC, or APC formula is consumption upon income, and second formula I told you APC 1 minus APS. अब example मैंने अभी क्या लिया था, तो look at the example. Example says your income is 100 and you consumed 80. So out of 100 you consumed 80, that means your APC is 80%. So 80% is spent on consumption. So on the basis of this, I draw a diagram. Suppose this is the level of income. I will write here 100 and here I will write consumption. So let's say this is 40 and here 80, and this is level of income. Here you can say E point. So this area from here, this is your income level and this is your consumption level. So APC equals to C upon Y, or your APC, C is 80 and Y is 100. So this is 0.8. So what is this E point? I told you E point is break even point. Break even point. Why this is break even point? So I also told you that at this level your Y equals to C. So therefore the level where Y equals to C is called break even point. So this is average propensity to consume. Now the second point I told you about is that marginal propensity to consume. So what is marginal propensity to consume? So look that also. Now this is marginal propensity to consume. Here this is level of income, level of income. Always don't blank these points. Here level of consumption, C, consumption level. So what is the marginal propensity to consume? As I told you in the formula, that the ratio, look at the word ratio of change in consumption. So change in consumption, you can see delta C, due to change in income, that means delta Y. It is called MPC. So this is MPC. Now you got the definition, that change in consumption due to change in income, ratio of these is called MPC. So simple to write the definition. Now it includes the part of additional income which is spent on consumption. Mathematically, this is the formula for delta C and delta Y, and B is MPC. So you can say change in consumption, change in income, delta C upon delta Y, and second formula MPC equals to 1 minus MPS. You can pause the screen and read it clearly later on also. So now according to equation or example, so I told you here income. So look at the income. Income increases from 100 to 200. Look, this is 100, 200, and your consumption increases to 80 to 120. Here 120. So in my example, I took 140. Here it is 120. So MPC 40 upon 100, that means 0.4 or 40%. So you can change according to your own wish, not necessary that you can write same place again and again. So this is your MPC. So you can also draw a diagram for this. So here income 100, here 200. So 100 to 200, this area is delta Y, and your consumption, this is, let's say, 40, here 80, and here 120. Make sure you draw the diagram by your own also at your home. So put the values according to data. So 840, 80, and 120 I have written on Y axis, and 100, 200 written on the X axis. So if you draw the diagram on the basis of your this schedule, look at this schedule. So 100 income, 80 consumption, 100 income, 80 consumption. This is the first point, 180. This is the first point. Look at this. Now the 200 income and 120 consumption. So 200 income and 120 consumption, this level. So on the draw a straight line. This is called consumption curve, or here delta C upon delta Y. So this is delta C upon delta Y is called MPC. So these are the two basic concepts for your margin propensity to consume. So now it is that there is a some features for all these things. Now what the features for APC and the features of APS? So I will explain the features now. So now what are the features of APC? And you just learned that what is APC, and you have learned that APC is the ratio of consumption and income. So if you know what is the APC of the economy, so what will have you further knowledge about that. So look, the first feature of APC is says that APC can be more than one, or you can say APC is more than one when so that means your the first APC can be more than one. So when can APC be more than one? So APC can be greater than one. When can it can be greater than one? So it can be greater than one when consumption is greater than income. So your APC can be greater than one. So in the schedule, I told you that let's say income 0, 100, 200 and 300. And let's say consumption was your, I think 40, then 100, then it was 140, and let's say 60 है, 60 राइज हो रहा है तो 160 ले लेते हैं and 220. So now if you calculate the value of APC here, so APC is C upon Y. So at this first time it is your infinite, this is your 1, and here C upon Y, so 160 upon 200. So 160 upon इधर 0 point something हो जाएगा. But if at this level, look at this infinite, that means it is greater than 1. So before break even point, look at this word, before break even point, this is possible. So look, break even point is this is break even point as your consumption is equals to income. So before this level, यानी इस 100 से पहले जितना भी एरिया होगा, that will be greater than 1. अभी infinity है, वो कुछ भी हो सकती है. APC equals to 1. Second condition is APC equals to 1 at break even point. So consumption is called equal to national income. So at this level, this is break even point. Table को देखो और समझने की कोशिश करो. This is break even point. And third is APC can be less than 1. Less than 1. So look at this, at this 0 point something, 0 point something, this level APC is less than 1. So here less than 1, here APC equals to 1, and APC falls, income increases. So as the level of income increase, look at the value of APC. APC infinity 1, 0 point, then 0 point. So it means as the income increases, so value of APC falls. This is the theme. And last one, APC can never be zero. Look at this word zero, the infinity आ गया है, but zero कभी नहीं हो सकता है. क्यों नहीं होता? तो because level of national income कभी जीरो नहीं होता है. तो दैट्स जीरो लेवल इनकम पर भी कोई ना कोई कंजम्पशन होगा ही होगा. तो दैट्स व्हाई आपका कंजम्पशन कभी जीरो नहीं होता है. तो इनकम कैन बी जीरो बट कंजम्पशन कैन नॉट बी जीरो. सो दैट्स व्हाई एपीसी कैन नॉट बी जीरो. दीज आर द फीचर्स ऑफ एपीसी एंड यू विल हैव टू राइट these फीचर्स फॉर 3 marks. Now what are the features of MPC? So wait for MP. So I told you that MPC is the ratio of change in consumption and change in income. So if the ratio of these is to be taken, then the value of MPC varies between 0 and 1. So जब भी आप आंसर निकालेंगे तो आपका आंसर 0 और 1 के बीच में आएगा. When entire additional income is consumed and delta C and delta Y making MPC equals to 1. So on the other hand, if entire additional income is saved, so delta C is 0 making 0. That means your MPC value 0 and 1 के बीच में वेरी करनी चाहिए. अगर आपका आंसर 0 से कम आ रहा है, इट मींस माइनस में कहीं आ रहा है, तो आपने कहीं मिस्टेक की है. और एमपीसी की वैल्यू अगर 1.2 आ गया तो भी आपने कहीं मिस्टेक की है. तो एमपीसी कैन नेवर बी मोर देन 1. तो मेक श्योर जब भी आप क्वेश्चन करेंगे तो ध्यान रखना एमपीसी का वैल्यू 0 और 1 के बीच में वेरी करना चाहिए. नाइदर लेस देन 0 नॉर मोर देन 1. लॉजिक उसके पीछे बता दिया मैंने आपको. अगर आपने सारी इनकम, लुक एट दिस, एडिशनल इनकम जितना भी आपके पास आया था वो आपने सब कुछ कंज्यूम कर लिया, तो आपके पास डेल्टा सी डेल्टा वाई इक्वल होंगे. और इक्वल होंगे तो एमपीसी 1 ही तो हो सकता है, इससे ज्यादा हो ही नहीं सकता. एंड दूसरा अदर हैंड में अगर एडिशनल इनकम आपने सेव कर ली तो एमसी आपका पास 0 हो जाएगा. उस केस में 0 आंसर. तो इससे ज्यादा हो ही नहीं सकता. एंड द नेक्स्ट पॉइंट इज एमपीसी फॉल्स इंक्रीज इन इनकम. तो एमपीसी फॉल होगा तो इनकम राइज होने पर, तो व्हेन इकोनॉमी बिकम्स रिचर इट हैज टेंडेंसी टू सेव. तो जैसे जैसे आपकी इनकम बढ़ती है तो आपकी सेविंग बढ़ना शुरू करती है, देन टू कंज्यूम. एज रिजल्ट एमपीसी फॉल्स. तो उस केस में एमपीसी फॉल होगा और आपका एमपीएस राइज होगा. So this is the theme about propensity to consume. I hope you got the topic for today's class. So I told you, look what I told you today. I told you propensity to consume, and it is of two types. First APC and second MPC. And I told you the example, formula, diagram, and their features. So revise these. All these things have been given in your assignment. If you have any doubt, you can call me again. Thank you very much.